transformed, and we're playing in the system and a setting of Frostmark RPG. Everything created by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, gothic horror, heavy topics, and perhaps some gore. I certainly hope not for our players. But with me, I have a wonderful lineup of players. I got Daphne, our Malachim soldier, craving violence, played by Suko. Hello, welcome.
Hello, I come in peace.
Do you know? Leonard, I'm being stalked and I don't like it. Our half of a duelist, played by Pepper. Hello, welcome.
Hey, just pretending that I like it.
Solo to study, a tiefling bard, played by the solo of the party, Hester. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Styrax! Slightly more stable / unstable. We're gone a little bit back and forth there, but certainly not least, a tiefling elementalist played by Neo. Hi! Wait, that wasn't picked up.
Far away.
I think I went too far.
Oh!
Hi!
Hi!
You're so far, it doesn't pick up.
Still no, Neo. A little bit closer. Hi!
I think we heard it for a moment there.
There
Hi.
we go! Good job, good job.
Hi. Hi with a question mark.
Hi.
What happened last episode, gang? Party in the Blues?
I
Who will take it away?
I did recap last time, I think.
Yeah, I can do it.
Is that actually our party name?
I don't know, you haven't really decided, so I just named you Blues Party.
Yep,
Oh.
yep. Something with blue. That's what we came to, you know. So.
The blues
It's
band,
good.
the blues musicians, yeah.
Anyway, we started last session after the fight with Rahadis, Queen Leon Rahadis, and the court was surprised by the outcome, and they were all clapping and showing some respect, and Leo had to kind of start talking with everyone. So first Lukrash came over and he explained, and he got healed, and then he explained that Ismark is on personal issues away from the castle, but didn't say anything more, dealing with his new circumstances. And he makes sure that the air, there's no bad blood anymore here, and gets the problem people out of the way and helps Rahadis. And then Leo kind of talks a bit with the group and a bit with Erasmus and Gary, and Leo says he can maybe teach him a thing or two, a tactic or two. And Erasmus roughly says that, he comes from a family that was able to give him better education, and he's lucky to be a vampire now. And then Lady Baskar says, "Yo, I'm gonna make you the food you want." And Leo kind of asks where she comes from, and she explains that she was cooking under a bad chef, and she hated that. And then the chef got poisoned, and she caught the eye of a vampire court. And now she's here, and she's happy that people can taste, have some taste here that she can cook for. And then Tista comes over and talks to Leo and says, "Hey, yo, I wanna draw your soul also." And Leo, somewhat curious, somewhat worried, but he agrees to Tista drawing, and also asks if he ever if she ever brought Emmerich, and she said 3 times. 2 times for Sodrania and 1 time for who could it be? And
2 of them were still in
that
the castle
was-
that she thinks you've seen.
Yep.
Do you remember the 2?
I remember like my picture in my room, like when we're
Mhm.
preparing for the ball.
Yeah. And
Um,
also in Sojana's study over her mantelpiece,
True.
Emmerich was with his horse as well.
And then, she might be able to figure out how much Emmerich is in Leo. Which is both good and bad to figure out. And then the others, kind of waiting for Leo to finally stop talking with everybody, notice someone kind of looming in the corner again for a second time that we haven't really talked to. And so they go over and want to figure out who he is. He doesn't seem like a vampire. So they can just talk to him, and it turns out it is Leaf Cantimere, probably the father of Bilrath Cantimere. Who knows?
Mhm.
And he is the archivist and accountant for Stradania for about 50 years now, and he has written down like all records and stuff, and Zol is able to charm him and get some information out of him, especially that there's now like a second tavern in Velaki where they deliver food to from the castle, and Lady Vakta is moving the halvers to worker camps and the Reformation Center,
Mhm.
and the other families are getting moved into better houses because of it.
Mhm.
And General says there's a lot of things going on, a lot of changes. We also have obviously the fort that's gonna be finished in a year in the village of Barovia for the Red Fang. Get some more information on that. And overall, that there's just a lot of ongoings, which is very different from how it has been for a while now. And Leo continues his talk, this time with Aaron, and he figures out that Aaron has some magic put in place so he can't talk about everything. He's stopped in certain places. But he can talk about where he came from and why he is here now. He grew up in Luna Village, it's now Berez, and he ended up in a training at Argynvostholt because he needed to learn discipline.
Egg-issues.
Yeah. And then when it came to the fight, Aaron chose the other side or helped the other side. It's not 100% clear. He didn't want to show everything. And it ended up them losing because of it, and Sudanya keeping him as a sort of prize for it. And now he is a vampire, and he can't really do anything or say anything, and no one really wants to talk to him. And yeah, and Lear kind of tried to pick him up a bit, but it is clear that everything that is going on right now, he feels responsible for it. Everything with Argynvost and his knights. And yeah, we kind of talk a bit about it, but then we kind of pretend to angrily walk away from each other. And then the last conversation Leo goes into is with Alphonse and Ariel. They were talking for a while now, and he kind of interjects, and they talk a bit about Erin, and Leo just smartly kind of tries to avoid how much he actually talked with Erin. And then they also go over to the Protectorate, and Leo finds out that they actually have been talking together for 200 years now. Very long time. We figure out that the mist that people that are undead cannot leave the mist. which is why that's like why they have a problem with even though they control the mist, they can't leave when they're undead.
Mm-hmm.
And we also figure out that the court has absolutely no idea what is going on. And they're kind of clinging to maybe getting some help from the Protectorate. Like after 200 years of not figuring it out, that's when they tried. But the Protectorate has declined so far. And they're just hoping that the outside perspective could help, and Duchess Nonel requires Shidania to bow to her, which is not gonna happen, so that's the only option is Protectorate as of right now for them to help. And then it was kind of clear that Starrix and Daphne won't be nearly good enough to get anything done with this letter sent, and that it probably would be best if it would be Leo, but it's obviously not possible. So they kind of talked about maybe waiting until people come looking for Leo,
Yeah.
and then try to then convince them to start up a diplomatic connection between the two. And looking for peace.
I also really like how you 3 times in that conversation argued for your like own safety. It was really good. Well done. Better keep it safe. It's not good if I become a vampire. Please let me go.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it makes perfectly sense, you know. And yeah. Another reason for Leo to not become a vampire for the time being, probably, because that would be difficult to get a diplomat if that's the case. And yeah, kind of saying like Rahat is kind of went a bit strong on him when they talked, but like how she wants to kill him when she gets the chance. So just looking out for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the group kind of got back together and wanted to go finally to lounge, but Rasmus approached Daphne.
Mm. Thank you so much.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, 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 indeed.
You'll be fine.
Alright. It's exhausting surviving in this marble den of wolves. You don't ever feel wholly comfortable here, even when you are seemingly left alone. Even if these impressive carved stone walls feel hefty to the point of stifling, they also appear transparent to you at the same time. So far, you've been invited as guests and friends here, but you know the extent of the magic weaved into these ancient walls and the danger lurking underneath ivory smiles. You often find yourself looking over your shoulder, an instinctive reaction you can't seem to shake. And whilst often you are being stared at, sometimes you aren't. And yet that feeling remains the same. You realize that it's your primal prey reaction. It's part of your lizard brain bothering you, keeping you constantly on your toes. But something has shifted this visit to Castle Ravenloft. That feeling of unease, while still keenly there, have started to lessen by familiarity. And you wonder to yourself if you should feel relief or worry that it does. So, Cyrax, Daphne, As you wait and listen in silently on Leo to finish his conversation, also curious what they're talking about with Lord Ariel and Alphonse, you end up safety circling close to the amiable chatting pair of Erasmus and Gary. Their conversation is mundane, further gushing comments about the fight that is just taking place by Gary and brotherly mirth as a response by Erasmus. So you kind of tune them out as you focus your attention on Leo instead. But their conversation, Erasmus and Gary, happens to die out before Leo does. Erasmus then glances up to all of you, and his open crystal blue eyes linger on Daphne with a small crease in his forehead. A decision is made behind those eyes moments later, and he asks Gary to wait for him on the couch behind him. After situating Gary away, Erasmus takes a few polite steps towards you all. And looking towards Daphne, there is a rather polite smile, a little bit of nervosity here. And he opens his conversation by saying, Miss Daphne, pardon me, I'm just curious. I've heard that you're part of the Scrollbow?
Indeed, I am. What do you ask? And I think Daphne would have like a proof of like a crest or something, right? Like of the Scrollbow.
Like a pendant or a brooch, you decide. But it's those.
I'll say like. Yeah, it's like a brooch, but it's kind of like made into a necklace, so she can just hide it under her armor.
Like
so,
dual purpose, so she can do both with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So she kind of like take out the crest from under her armor.
And it is that scroll and crossbow being crossed over each other like an X. Yep. And his eyes kind of linger on it with like a mixture of emotions before looking up into your face again. I was born outside of Barovia, Miss Daphne, so even from the Protectorate itself, so of course I know about the Scrollbow.
The world is sure small. Are you perhaps interested in the Scrollbow then?
Interested? No. Do you have you worked with them for a long time?
Here and there. Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm a rather straightforward person, so how may I help you?
Help? That's... I see. Well, you definitely seem to suit into the lines of the Scrollbow. Yes, that's the correct kind of fashion. You have a reputation to uphold, after all. No, I just came over to wonder how close you worked and with them, and how much you ascribed to their philosophy.
Well,
you know, that anything strange or other should be hunted down and exterminated.
So out of curiosity, you are asking me these questions. Am I getting it right?
Yes. If you would oblige.
In terms of the Scrollbow, And Daphne kind of like let out like a bit of a grin. I'll say right now I might be the strongest within the organization. Friends here again.
Well, that's our a lot of confidence in yourself. I've heard a lot of things about the infamous leader. Isn't he supposed to be a terror to behold?
Oh, yes, of course. He is a smart man. I've learned a lot from him. But one would say the students sure outdid the teacher. Though I think you are more interested in your second questions regarding my philosophies.
I'm interesting to hear about your relationship with the leader as well. But yes, if you could.
Well, laws and orders are one thing, teachings are one thing, and how you interpret it is another thing. I wholeheartedly believe in not blindly following things words by words. However, I also believe there are certain boundaries and relation that should not be crossed.
Really?
Of course.
What if tangling with those boundaries allows you to experience great things and learn new things? And I believe that there's strength in otherness.
And there are truth in that. And I believe that I will never judge people by who they are, but what they do. As long as they are content with their actions and are aware of the consequences, then I'm fine
So,
with anything.
do, eh, why working with the scrollbow, do you agree with the wholesale slaughter of innocent people being afflicted by otherness?
Define innocent people.
I mean,
If, say, werewolves that are just want to have a peaceful life, tieflings or other creatures, people that just want to mind their own business, then sure. But people who are actively doing harm, maybe not. Again, I have to emphasize, I am not a fan of blind murdering.
then you mustn't subscribe to all that the scrollbow does. Um, you said earlier that you think you believe yourself to be more powerful than the leader. Have you met him? Do you know this?
That is also depends, since I believe everyone has their own strength. My strength lies in pure mortal combat, while others' strength might lie in their intelligence and knowledge. And if you have heard of the Scrowbow, the leader himself is quite a secretive figure. I have
I wouldn't
glance of him.
describe him as an academic person. Not really.
You speak as if you known him.
Of course, there's rumors.
Well, of course.
Empathy composure guy.
Sure.
Empathy ko po talaga.
Sure.
I was about
I
to say
think Daphne-
insight
I-
check.
Daphne doesn't need to do it because she clearly knows it's a lie. Or at least omission of truth.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know. But I want
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
into the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely be like, oh, he's not academic. It's definitely not something you heard in a rumor, really. So
Yeah.
makes sense to make an empathy composure check.
Yes. Go.
He's pretty deft at omitting truth, perhaps, rather than blatantly lying. And it seems like observing him, he's probably better at obscuring what he thinks and what he considers. Like, he's probably better at deception than what he's showing right now, because he seems a little bit personally affected by the subject. But it's a question of where these lies exist, and you're not entirely sure of that, or why he is. Well, prior knowledge.
Squint's eyes. It's always just gonna squint his eyes.
Mm-hmm. I see. Well, I'm glad to hear not everybody belonging to the Order of the Scrollbar are as narrow-minded as his tales of him seems to be.
Judging a person through tales and rumors seems a bit close-minded, don't you think?
He's a little bit taken aback by that, and he, despite himself, he has to smile. And there's a brief shackle.
Well, based on what I know about him,
Caught me there. I
his
do apologize.
not needed. If you ask me my opinion about him, yes, I do think that his method and action may be sometimes crude. But is it necessary, or is he willing to take consequences and responsibility for his action? I believe so too. So, why I might not agree with him, he has all my respect.
I doubt that, according to the tales. And I respectfully disagree. But I'm quite glad I came up and talked to you, Miss Daphne. I do feel a little bit relieved.
I'm glad that I can entertain you as well.
I was worried you were gonna be very narrow-minded and stiff, but whilst there is some recognition, it's not where it matters.
Alfie just smiled. Why, I do understand the circumstances and environments that may affect oneself. I do believe that maybe sometimes the person who is narrow-minded is not one's around you. Maybe it's oneself. Tunnel vision, after all, comes from oneself. And I'm speaking from experience.
I do too, and believe me, I've seen enough of it to not partake.
Then that is your choice. And I believe that you have every right to choose.
Do you know where he could be? I mean, from what I understand, the news of this place has reached a protectorate's ears recently. Of course, he would be the kind of person who would go after the infamous Empress Stradania any time of the day. Or is he still stalking the protectorate for anything that sticks out?
It's better if you ask me where ghosts are, comparing to asking where he is.
Yeah, he is never where he should be, is he? Oh, yes, I didn't mean to. And he kind of steps away and kind of stops himself from talking as Leo walks up to the party, and it's like there's apologetic look on his face of like he didn't mean to in person. Like walks back to Gary.
Hey, you guys had a talk with
Hi.
Erasmus?
Yeah, rather
Indeed.
interesting one.
That's nice. That's good, you know.
Oh,
Vampires talking to you guys. That's a great change of things.
More like a chat. It felt more like an interrogation, kinda.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's all the conversations with vampires so far. So.
You would know, right?
Yeah. Really exhausting sometimes.
If that,
Wait,
well,
what was he interrogating?
Scrobbles, Protectorate,
Hmm. No
some
of that.
leaders.
Interesting.
where they are, right?
If you ask me about him, the leader of the Scrobble is better to just yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
easier
Yeah.
to find ghosts or witches.
I don't particularly know him, so I don't really care. But apparently,
That's that's exactly the point. Everyone talks about him, but nobody know where he is.
Anyway, I kind of want to sit down.
Agree.
So
Yeah.
let's take
Lord Leonard with friends, you're welcome to situate yourselves in the dining hall. I do believe Baska, considering her skill, will be finished short haste.
Okay.
Should I escort you there?
we wanted to kind of chill in the lounge for a moment. Last time was pretty nice there. Didn't really have the chance to. Maybe, I mean, if there's no one around there, then we can go to the dining hall. But I was just,
course.
you know,
I'm just advising for your information. She stops herself from saying something else. Lord Leonard, Baska is enthusiastic about this lunch and would very much like you to eat it before it gets cold.
yeah. So
That
we'll
would
just
be a
be a
shame.
minute.
Okay, of course.
If I kind of, they're all staying up for me, so I just want to make sure that there's no one that won't help me. To maybe Lucretia or something.
I believe Lucresh has as an amiable conversation with his two brothers, Valentin and Antovic, on the third floor currently. Of course, they would welcome any intrusion from someone so esteemed as you, Lord Leonard.
It's okay, Helga. It's okay. Are they actually brothers, or is it just a saying?
It's just a saying.
Yeah, it was okay.
Lucresh kinda coined it himself It's surprising how long he has, been with us.
Why is that?
The life of a vampire is not, and in this court, is not always suited for everybody.
Are those gargoyles?
I think it's just servants.
Yes.
Other servants.
They're vampire servants that were like in official like penguin suits last time you were here, you know? They're dressed a little bit more modestly, you know, not the full like get up. And there's individual kind of expressions, but they all kind of look like there's some kind of uniform going on.
Okay. Still a smash then. Fantastic.
Is the lounge always this empty? I thought maybe some of the vampires came here over here and had a chat or something.
We usually congregate in the lounge. Yes, when the mood strikes us. But the lords and ladies, of course, have their own homes out on the balcony. You can also find them there, often. But seeing as the duel was to be held in a large area such as the ballroom, we all gathered there rather than the comforts of the lounge.
Let's see.
Cyrus, while they're talking to Cyrus, we'll just try to look around and try to see if there's like any spots, specifically bats or some kind of thing that is like stands out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Make me perception intelligence.
Would like to give inspiration on that. Saying, do you think that they've added more since we come here last time?
That is 21.
Dang.
That is your inspiration.
Wait, that's an amazing inspiration for not being able to say much.
gotta find ways. Gotta
Yeah,
find ways.
clever.
Damn. Starix. Of course, there's a strange kind of pulsating reddish violet light that seems to filter through several canopies, like stretches of fabric that have been stretched out and put in like an artful kind of position, gathered in a grand circle above you, like a little peephole where they're like attached to, and then they attach to either the spiraling staircase that continues upwards or the walls themselves at different heights, creating a very interesting texture above your heads. And you know where the source of that light is coming from. The very strange entity hanging underneath Emmerich's or Leonard's gifted room. Of course, there is a very comfortable area here in the middle where you have couch, divan, you know, several wine and other liquids that might look a little bit goopier in containers and glasses put out. The grand fireplace is not on currently, and there is indeed a set of stairs spiraling upwards, but there's also a set of stairs heading downwards. You will also have the big, hard to notice dragon head sitting there on the floor in the corner, gathering dust. With the 21, up there, on the spiraling staircase up, through these hanging pieces of cloth, you see a pair of yellow eyes in between them, and like a shadow of a humanoid looking through them down on you.
Oh boy.
Man, they
I
have
think we can still. Yeah.
they have CCTV that run on blood here. God damn.
So, Helga, have you ever, or other servants, like, relaxed here, or is it just for the court? I mean, it's a nice place.
If we had the time off, and I think they have done a good enough job, and is not otherwise occupied, I try to have some quality time from time to time, instilling a sense of camaraderie between us. But it's not easy.
I can see that. I suppose it's just whenever I'm around, everyone is on station, probably. I rarely see anyone but you.
Yes, you are, without a doubt, the biggest event You're a guest that matters a lot to us, Lord Leonard.
Well, sorry for the extra effort, you know? And me kind of loosely dropping by, you know? Can't be easy.
Well, this time we had a heads up. A whole night to prepare. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'll try to get better at it. Probably not gonna be easy calling routes anymore, but, well, we'll figure it out.
You may also, of course, contact me. And her own, she fishes out the pendant with another ruby that like kind of flashes a little bit in the light.
Ooh. Who all else can I call? Just out of curiosity, you know?
It depends on what kind of stone you possess, but yours, I think...
Can I show the ring?
Yes. One of the grand signet rings. Anybody connected to the system.
So I should just try calling someone randomly.
I'm not... The intricacies of these things are not my forte, Lord Leonard. You would be better off discussing this with Empress Radania or Lady Granmori. But I do believe you need to have a person in mind when opening a line.
I do want to talk to Grandmarie. I've heard of her, but I've not seen her so far.
Yes, I tried to persuade her to exit the cellar and her work to come and talk to you, but it was, what was the words? I have no time for a stupid show of a waste of physical space. Speaking of the duel, of course, not you in person. Lord Leonard, of course not.
She definitely seems like a fun person. Well, maybe I can take some time of myself to visit her in the cellar.
I think that would be inappropriate considering her quarters. You wanted to meet the court. I will try again.
Right. I mean, I guess I could also just call her.
I guess you saw her at the ball, so that would be possible. Lady Granmori the Nimble is a gnome. A rock gnome. She was the one with the long whitish hair and black eyes. I don't think you interacted, at least from what I was able to.
Yeah, no. I
oversee.
don't think we have. But maybe I'm familiar enough to give it a try.
Perhaps, or I will be able to fetch her for you.
I don't want to be an inconvenience to her. That would be a bad first start. So, I mean, if we can make it work that she can come by, then would be appreciated. But I don't want to, again, inconvenience her or, you know, make you some trouble. That seems unnecessary.
No, it's she making an inconvenience. I will make a call if that makes you more comfortable.
Right. Anyway, there was no one here. So I suppose we can go on to the dinner hall.
Yes, of course. I will escort you there, and then you will be able to enjoy Lady Baska's food.
I really hope that I'm not gonna taste halfling liver again. That was traumatizing.
It's gonna be fine. Just think it's chicken.
Walking past these two vampires, like the lady kind of like smiles and give like a bit of a mock bow. The tiefling certainly paled in undeath, but used to be a vibrant purple, has kind of paled to lavender, is still standing outright from the wall itself and makes that polite bow from that vertically challenged position without seemingly caring.
Does he look like a Vistani? Or does he give the aura of a Vistani?
Is not somebody you recognize. Make me an empathy composure.
Nope.
3. They are in uniform. They're, he's up in the shadows a bit, standing at an odd angle. It's a little bit hard to tell.
Yep. I still believe that this is a smash. Yep. Nothing will change that. That's a thought running in Soulset right now.
Okay, alright.
We keep going to the same spot.
You got David Paul.
Sorry. My instant teleportation that is not easy.
Any place reserved for me? You go.
You may take whatever share you like, Lord Leonhard, but it would certainly be daring to choose the Empress's share.
I think you should do it, I
mean, she isn't here, right?
Yeah.
No, but do that.
You can sit right next to her. Yeah.
That seems reasonable.
You, of course, remember this room. Marble walls, several pillars, intricate carvings, that dramatic fireplace, dancing light across the whole room. There are several banners and tapestries hanged up with a lot of heraldries of the castle of Raymanoft and of the Tsarevich line. And of course, it's that dramatic piece of an organ, a musical instrument, built into the wall with several skeletons and humanoids carved into it as decoration, and they're all kind of like crying out either in pain or in bliss. It's hard to tell. And there's...
Can you play that instrument, Soul? Ever played it before?
You what?
The thing here, the piano kind of thing, yeah.
No, not that
Yeah?
proficient with it.
Hmm.
More of a string instrument guy.
I see.
Helga quickly says, "Excuse me," and she will head out and close the door behind her.
Yeah.
Before saying anything, Styrus will actually look around and now look for those eyes again.
Okay, make me another perception intelligence.
I don't think I'll do any better, but I'll try also. For sure.
All right,
That's
you
okay.
may try. Or
12.
advantage to somebody.
I'll give advantage if that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
You gotta
I'll
look up
just,
with
like-
Styrex, both of you,
Yeah.
like, huh, huh.
like, Star's looking up and it's like, huh? What?
Okay,
What are you
let me-
looking at?
A 17.
Okay.
What's so special? Huh?
What are you looking at?
This
Huh?
this place is certainly not as high in the room height. Of course, it's still like grand and castle-like, where you, instead of having like the normal kind of hovel, perhaps 2 meters, it's more like 4 or 5 meters in height. And you remember your first meeting with Stradania in this room. There were several servants present who were standing in the ceiling, waiting at the beck and call of Stradania to serve
yeah.
you food. This time, no, like within the shadows of the pillared roof, does there seem to be any eyes watching you.
Interesting.
All right. Let's talk about I feel a little bit bad, kind of constantly having to like go into conversation, and you guys are just kind of
No.
standing
Okay,
around.
It actually gives us some time to inspect the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if you noticed, but even on the lounge there was eyes on the wall. So it's gonna be hard to do anything
really?
without being watched, as suspected.
But let's like go through what we kind of want to do. Like, have you guys any place or any person you kind of like want to visit? Apparently, they all have like their own places and balconies and stuff. So
That's interesting fact. That means that if we can time it right, we could, hang out in places without them looking. Giving that eye to Leo. If he gets the message of what I'm talking about, the skull.
we don't have time to talk about anything. Let's talk about what we're like doing today and here and nothing else, okay? I need to go talk to Tista still. She wants to draw my soul. So that's going to be fun, I think.
Wait, how did it go last time, Starex? You were the first.
I would rather not talk about it.
I see.
Anyway, I definitely am interested in Lady Grammary.
That it's
I don't know.
for me is the most interesting one, of course.
Yeah. And I guess you talked to the old guy. Was there anything of interest there?
we learn more somewhat about the situation in the village in Barovia. The plans were they were planning to make it a grand fort, so
You knew
it's
that?
not that heavily defended.
I thought he just was
We
a servant or something.
No, he was a accountant and
It was
a like a collects
archivist.
information. Yeah, an archivist too.
Interesting.
And we could visit him. I've asked permission. He said, "Sure, we can visit him if we want to. If we want to learn more about specific things in the legend of Barovia."
Certainly. There's lots of things that we need to catch up on. And maybe I will look for a Hades. We'll see.
Are you still wanting to go with the Hades?
Are you sure?
I
Are you
was
Yeah.
sure?
gonna,
Are you
Yeah.
sure after what you did to her?
I was gonna say.
I guess I want to
So-
see where she's at right now. It'd be good to know before we go. How hard it is with her. She was quite not holding back for the first time, I feel like. I mean, she always was a little bit like angry towards me, right? But she was like, I'm gonna kill you if I can, kind of thing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she wants to kill you. So
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
interesting. Wonder
I mean,
how how bad it is. So I won't risk anything. I just I don't want to get the finger pointed at me again. But
I think it's lover's jealousy, based on what you said so far about.
yeah,
How
I
Hades
think so.
sees
But I haven't pulled that card yet. So
Mm.
just want to see.
Yeah, keep it loaded. I think that's the most ego-bursting thing to say.
Yeah. I don't, maybe once I feel more comfortable in not dying. Anyway. And I think that's kind of mostly it that we kind of still want to do here, right? Again, unless you guys want to talk to anyone.
no, I'm good.
No, not particularly on my end.
Right.
Not even to Erasmus? Definitely.
Why should I continue?
The door opens. Rather forcefully.
Good shit.
Okay.
And
Good.
Baska, carrying like several layers of like food and plates, of like glasses and drinks, comes in with incredible show of dexterity and strength. And a little bit like a dancer, she kind of twirls in the room, balancing all of this perfectly, and sets down several pieces of plates and silverware, different wine and drinks, and different glasses, and several like plates of starters across the table. And she's humming this song to herself as she does so.
I have like a big smile.
And as she finishes her lap, her hands are empty of everything. She declares, "If you would please, please partake in whatever drink you prefer. Of course, we're not having a formal dinner or anything, so it's not structured in that way. Whatever you think would pair the best, please be our guests. Here before you, we have some brie and pear finger sandwiches, marinated almond stuffed olives, and butter pastry tartelettes with fish roe, creme fraiche, and some red onion."
Thank
Can
you
I-
so much.
Thank you.
"Please
Can I get?
eat. I will be back." And she twirls out.
Can I empathy compose you the sandwich, please?
Sure, sure.
I don't want to eat another tiefling part. Not tiefling
I
part.
think
A halfling part.
I think Daphne just kind of eat
No!
without checking anything. She just put like some food in her mouth.
Okay. I mean, the plate filled of these finger sandwiches clearly has, you know, a creamy cheese and a marinated like small cubes of some kind of fruit on it. I would be interested to see how tieflings, no, not a tiefling, a halfling's liver can be eaten in this food.
No,
So-
no, the thing is, there's a certain keyword called fingers in this sandwich, alright?
Oh, okay.
Be a
So-
bear finger, you know?
Maybe.
You inspect the finger sandwiches and you do not find any fingers. Good question.
Yeah, I think I'll also take Sorry.
So just because they call fingers doesn't mean they happen.
Yeah, it's a bunch of finger food that you can eat
Have you
that has
tasted
fingers in it.
Have you tasted halfling liver? It tastes great, but traumatizing. Where the person where she took it from is standing right in front of me. You know.
Bexxy?
So I just want to make sure.
But at this point, you don't know the person.
Bexxy,
Yes.
I also think she's learned
Is-
a bit from last
is
time.
the food good?
It's complicated. Like it's rich in texture and like food. If you ever, you know, eaten at a high class restaurant,
Yeah.
it's certainly challenging to the palate. But
Bougie.
yes, but ultimately tasty if you do enjoy some experimental food. The brie and the pear together creates an interesting mixture of like creamy together with like the slightly chewy marinated texture of the pear. The almond stuffed olives is like salty and then something hard, and then you think it's, you know, of course going to be the core, you spit it out, but instead it breaks, and then a nutty, you know, taste fills your mouth, and the almonds have been roasted and covered in like a sugary cinnamon coating as well. So it's like, whoa, it's salty and it's sweet and it's cinnamon at the same time. Strange but tasty. And of course fish roll
Damn.
is also a a certain taste,
Yeah.
but with the creme fraiche,
like-
you know, creating a little bit of acidity and some creaminess together with the bite of the red onion and a little bit of like mouthfeel with the texture and the crunch. It's pretty nice.
Damn. Sounds
Think
like
they
you're
all-
spoken from experience.
They will definitely take a little bit from everything, but he seems to like the olives.
I'll just take 1 to 2 bites and stuff.
Oh, come on,
trust-
so you can't
Don't-
insult the
don't.
chef like that?
Don't.
It's okay. It's complicated,
Just eat.
right? But the image is just
Hey,
you know
so
persistent.
This is an olive with an almond in it. I think you're fine.
have you heard
I'm done with that.
heard the saying, it doesn't matter what weapon you choose as long as it kills people?
Uh-huh.
Meaning that
And
as long as the food is good, you can turn your brain off and just eat it.
No,
It's
no, no.
easier.
Sarax nods.
It's easier
God.
for you that way. I'm just saying. Like, even if Baska come back and tell me, oh yeah, what the sandwich you eat was I don't know, an elf finger or something, I'll be like, gross, but good still.
I thought you would say I want more, but
Well,
I'm not in that, you know, like I'm not enthusiastic about eating, you know, body parts. But what I'm saying is that just the less you think about the food you eat, is gonna be easier for you.
Also, we have been eating rations.
Yeah.
This is just fine food. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, it's really nice, honestly.
Yeah, honestly,
I
it's
do
very
enjoy
nice.
this.
And Daphne is just devouring it. It's just stuffing in her
You
mouth.
can have
You're
mine if
wrong.
you want. You
Um,
can have
I mean-
mine if you want.
it's not like you were given a plate filled with stuff. So
Yeah, it's just
you're
like-
meant to like pick. So if you don't eat, this is just more on the the big serving plates for the others to partake in.
Ah, okay. So it's in a big serving plate? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah.
several plates where you're able to pick food from.
Okay, okay. I thought it was like we have our own dishes. Okay. that
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
but it looks bad if a bunch of stuff still is not eaten. So yeah, that's what I meant.
I agree.
Just
Yeah,
give me
but
the,
it's, you know.
the almonds and olives. I'll take care of that.
Ooh, I like them, but sure, yeah, go ahead. They're pretty nice. I like them.
Pop them in. And
And if you would notice, Leo, the roasted coating on the almond is sweet. The pear, of course, is marinated further with a little bit of sugar, so it is also sweet. And the butter pastry itself is more of a dessert kind of pastry, of dough, rather than like a starter one. So there is a strong emphasis on sweet in all of these three dishes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, just go ahead and eat it. You're gonna be hungry and you're gonna be regretting the decision.
I
Right?
love the almonds and some in it.
I mean, the
Good.
butter cream is also
Yeah.
like nothing. There's nothing in it. Come on. It's just
This
dessert.
looks like
Just enjoy
something
it.
that this looks like nothing can be stuffed in it other than what is already stuffed. So tastes good.
Look, cautious and being paranoid do save lives, but too much of it just gonna kill your mind before anything killed your bodies. Alright?
You know,
I honestly
from
think
this
that's really
conversation,
nice.
one thing's for
Yeah.
sure. You think of food as a nutritional value. I,
it
for
is.
one. Oh
Because
god,
it
there's
is.
two of you. Oh, you guys don't understand. Food is a harmony of different
mean,
flavors.
Yeah, I mean, these food are
And
harmony of different flavors.
no, I mean, questionable
It's
at
good.
best. I more like
Questionable? Are you saying that you're a better cook?
no. I just don't prefer high class food. I'm more of a family bonding type of
Okay.
over the campfire.
Okay,
Type
okay,
of guy.
so let me ask you this, right?
Ice cream?
Let me ask
Ice
you
cream.
this. If you dislike complicated food, totally fine. Respect you for that. It's all good. But are you refusing to eat it? Because you
taste it.
dislike complicated food, or because you fear that you might eat a halfling liver?
The second option.
Well,
Most
then we
Yeah,
don't
then-
even have to talk about
Then
it.
don't pretend like, oh, I like a more cozy, warm meal. Just say
I
that,
thought
oh,
I thought it was. I thought it was. I thought it was obvious. It was the PTSD of eating another halfling,
Yeah.
halfling
It-
liver,
it-
and
it-
my preference of wanting to eat a family bonding meal.
It was obvious until you started swapping to you not liking refined food. You changed the topic, not us.
yeah, you changed the topic. It doesn't really relate it to the point that I'm
Okay,
trying to make,
alright.
and it's very illogical.
All right. My bad then. So, okay, to iterate, yes, all right. I just don't like refined food. Just like this, okay? I like family bonding food.
I mean, if you want to,
Alright.
I can
I
just let
preference that.
Baska
Yeah,
know
we-
that.
Yeah, we can
For
just
you,
Don't
she-
do that. I don't want to know what happens if we, Baska says bad. What happened if we read Baska.
Is
All
that
right.
like a
Maybe he's gonna. Maybe
that
he's
like a
gonna
bet-
ask for my liver. Who knows at this point?
I think
So-
if
Whole
I'll just
liver might actually
ask
taste
Baska
nice.
nicely not to include any sort of
Yeah,
humanoid
we can-
food, like food parts, like I
Yeah,
think
and
she'd be
we-
fine with it.
And I believe that, yes, he's a vampire, and we know we are cautious against him. But I think that, in the sense that, as a chef, I think she would respect her, the people who are consuming her work. I think she would respect our request. I mean, we can
Alright,
just
alright.
ask
Alright.
what she put in today's food, like what's the ingredient, why it tastes so good.
All right, sure. I'll ask. Okay, I'll tell her what my opinions are.
Well, let me.
Right.
Yeah, I was
Whoa,
gonna
whoa,
say.
whoa, whoa! Now you're guys gonna say it. But what about me? I thought it was all my problem. Huh?
I just
I'm not
feel
saying
I
that
just gonna-
want a little
okay.
bit more respect
Okay.
from her than.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say. All right. Here's I'm gonna lay it out on you guys, so you know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna say,
Mhm.
hey, love the food, right? But I'm more of a homely type of vibe of food.
Mm.
I'm gonna say it more eloquently, but you get the gist of the
Bad.
idea.
Home for them is this.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'll say I'm more of like
Maybe you don't need
Um,
to say
I will
anything. So
say,
maybe we just.
And also,
how about I
so-
like the lack of humanoid in my food.
Honestly, that would not
Okay.
be too bad.
let me make it clear. So you are mixing between two completely different topics, right? Are you trying to make Baska make more cozy food, or not put human parts or creatures part in the food? Because that's two different things, and two different requests also. But you keep mixing the two, and talking to you right now is very confusing.
Can I just ask like homely food without the humanoids though?
Yeah, I
Can
mean,
I
you
not
can,
just
you
ask
can,
that?
you can combine the two, but not
Yeah, I
mix
just feel
and
like
switch
you haven't really
between the
tried
two.
the food to make that
Yeah.
assessment. I think you just eat the olives. So
I
You
did
know.
take a bite of a sandwich, and I did say
okay.
complicated
The
right,
door
and
opens
all that.
again.
Oh
And
god.
Baska, without like a sweat on her forehead, another balancing act of like several plates. She dances around the table again, and she explains that the next, the main course will be a roast lamb with apricots, together with a thyme carrot gratin and a blackberry pepper sauce. And this time, you all have your like little plates with all the new kind of cutlery. She exchanges the old for the new, and there's a big, roasted lamb silvery plate in the middle of the table with like a big meat skewer fork and a big knife to to cut it. A sauce container, as well as a big like oven steaming carrot gratin that you're also able to partake in how much you would like, scooping from them onto your plates.
I'll definitely let her know that it was absolutely wonderful, the restaurant. I'm so glad to
Was
be able to
it?
taste stuff like this again. It's been so long, It's even better. Probably because then I remember, but probably because it is actually better. It is very great to be back.
Careful, Lord Leonard. I am getting quite parched. Listening. to you.
Well, it is just nice, honestly. Maybe we should just come by more often. Get a nice. I obviously don't
Yes,
want to have you
please
overwork or anything, but
do. And do so before these Valakians run my kitchen dry of resources. Greedy little peasants.
Is there a reason they're taking? Is it for the funeral or?
The Valakians? No, I guess it's just
Oh,
the generosity of Empress
See.
Stradania's heart.
understood. Well,
If you ask
we'll
me,
make sure.
they don't have the evolved palate as you do, Lord Leonard. Was your own kitchen up to your standards growing up?
Yeah. I guess there was really. I had some good chefs. Throughout my life, there was a lot of effort and emphasis set on healthy diets and still tasteful food and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it, but I also, there's been certain dinners and stuff where it was more in the realm of this, which I also really enjoyed.
Really? Those copper-beard dwarves have a sense of taste. Isn't it all just ale and meat?
Well, we're not all draws in the upper echelon. I mean, they certainly enjoy, but usually on these, there's sort of an etiquette, to partake in wine and some more nicer food, even if they might secretly prefer just to drink ale. I certainly preferred the other.
That would be an amusing sight to behold, mushing those chubby little creatures. Partake of something they don't like. And speaking of, she kind of leans over the table a lot to you, Leo. And again, her snake-like neck kind of extends as she pushes it out and to the side. How do I measure up?
I mean, this is very wonderful. I have to, first of all, thank you for including the sweets as I asked, and still making it so
You
complex
noticed.
flavor. Yeah, of course. I think that is quite the skill, considering I was looking for some snacks and you just made it into this beautiful food. As I said, I think it has tasted better than what I remember. I mean, it has been a bit since I've been on a proper dinner, but I still think this was just, maybe it's also from just eating normal rations, but it's just such a change of pace, which was just lovely.
Rations.
Uh,
Well, then I'm glad. And she leans back and kind of that intense moment stops. Do enjoy. I will be back. And she rushes out again. And as she passes by Starix, she stops. And then she leans down and she snips you in your hair, Starix, from behind. And there's chills immediately going up your spine as you're quickly look behind you. And you can see her face is very close to you as you whip your head around. And she takes a big breath in, very close to your mouth, is very awkwardly sensual. What an interesting smell you have, dear. Creamy, yet spicy.
Thank you. like kind of, it's obvious between the deceivers and just She just casts the face of confused.
Is there anything I can do for you in exchange for letting me have your heart after you die? I think it could become the most fabulous of dishes.
Sol looks towards Daphne and Leo immediately after she says that, saying,
The sad part is I really don't know what will happen.
Well, think about it. And she licks her lips. I don't even think I would need to marinate it in chili. What a little fiery heart you have.
Already too hot.
And she leans back and she continues to hum the same song as she twirls out the room.
It's... Yeah, that's fine.
As soon as the door closes,
Why? Can I maybe...
whoa, watch out, maybe your liver is gonna be on the plate soon enough. Who knows?
Sorry, Lyria.
Maybe before, like, kind of after she mentioned the whole hot thing, before she leaves, I
Oh.
kind of maybe
Mhm.
just wanna browse her. Is there gonna be any humanoid parts in the future meals? Or...
I'm sorry to say no. I wanted to give you the delicacy, Luleon, because I'm sure your evolved palate will be able to handle it. And she gives Saul a wink. But I'm out of fresh parts. And the one in the cellar currently, well, he's sadly off limits.
One in the
Would you want me
In the
until
cellar?
next time? I could go collecting.
I think I like this. This is more what I'm used to, you know, and
Yeah.
I like the nostalgia a bit.
The
maybe later down the
Barovian's
line.
organs are a little bit withered anyway. They're not of the highest quality, but I will let you know if somebody wanders into the mists. They're usually of high quality, those parts.
Oh,
Yeah. I just, you know, for now, I like the nostalgia, and I think my friends are, you know, if it's something for all of us, it would be better if it's without it. But I understand your interest.
I guess if you slow cook it long enough, it doesn't matter, but it's better served fresh.
Anyway, thanks for...
Do let me know. I will try to find it for you.
you don't have to. Thank you. I whispered to myself.
No need for it right now, especially if it is any sort of inconvenience that is certainly not on the table.
Inconvenience.
I'm more than
Sorry.
happy with what we have right now.
Alright then. I will let you know if I get my hands on something
Should do.
new. Enjoy! And then she sprints out.
Okay.
There we go, Saul. You can eat.
Yep, it looks like a lamb, smells like a lamb, so
And she
I
said
assume
it
it's a
wasn't
lamb. Yep. So I'm happy with that. Question is your heart that tasty? I never tried.
Apparently,
Star
you know,
eggs.
star eggs, you're just too hot for her.
Cream with spice.
This is
Interesting.
now two vampires that are interested, not in me, but in my soul, I would say.
Oh, hey, welcome to the club.
Uh,
I have a big girl there that's just interested in my soul. Yep.
But you are the reincarnation of Emmerich.
And you have a
I'm-
dragon soul.
I'm just a failed experiment of some sort.
Well, it's kind of wasn't it like a working experiment? since it didn't explode.
Do I need to remind you what happened?
Sure. I guess I wanted to spin it.
Do I need to
in light.
remind you everything I went through?
I guess I wanted to say that you're not failed in any form, just because you have a dragon soul in you. Well,
Now
bon
I-
appetit.
Well, thank you for saying what I want to say. I was about to go later to talk to her, but it seems that I shouldn't anymore. So, thank you.
Also, did she said about having a body that she can touch in the cellar?
I'm
Yeah.
very interested in that.
I also want to know how often people wandered into the mist. Maybe it's Vistanis. Who knows?
I mean, I also heard that like vampire spawns are kept in the cellar. So
I mean,
I
from
mean,
what it
who
looks
would be interesting enough for her to want to make it into food, but off limits?
Oh,
Quite interesting.
wait, we have it. I mean, maybe Irina?
Maybe Ismark?
Maybe Marc. Who knows?
But is Mark already a vampire from the last time we checked?
Yeah, he is, but he was on personal matters outside of the castle. I don't know. You know, I don't really trust vampires telling me stuff, but you know, maybe it was true.
Baska said alive. Organs.
Alive, so. Irina?
Maybe.
No.
That could.
How about Father Lucian?
Hmm. That's
be-
true. He could be. That could be him, yes.
Well, I see him again after we, gave him to.
Yep. Yep, that was something that happened.
We need to know. And Starbucks just takes
Oh,
a small bite and just doesn't need more.
Oh,
Maybe.
Arax.
the lamb is juicy, kind of like melts in your mouth, slightly gamey, you know. And then
Don't be like me now, Styrax. Eat more. Also,
said-
how
Let's
about
say my appetite is fully gone.
Well,
I will still,
Actually,
I will still taste it, of course.
I mean, I would like to say maybe it's that guy from the Burger Master. You remember him? Californian Circle?
Victor,
Victor.
could be.
Victor.
I think he's working for her, so I don't know. Anyway, Sarek, certainly we share some food then. I guess I can eat a bit more, and Daphne can probably do too. I don't wanna. This
I
looks
mean,
bad.
and
I can eat a lot.
Daphne hasn't say a word. She's just eating. Look at her.
I mean, it is so tasty, honestly. I love lamb.
What? What are you saying? It's not so good.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Hey, why is this quarter just gotten smaller? Did you eat all of that?
No.
Save some. This actually
Look,
really good tasting meal.
I'm just hungry,
I like
right?
chicken now.
I'm sick of eating rations, and I mean the food that we got from, it's fine, but I'm just
Yes,
I like warm food.
it's just different. Yeah.
You would like stew. Good hearty stew. Oh, lamb stew. Ah, craving it so bad right now.
all right. And speaking of food, oh yeah. But by the way, does anyone partake in a particular like alcoholic drinks, or do you stay away?
Well, definitely some wine. It's nice for
So
palate
it's-
cleansing. And so it's
Water.
As Tyrus will say, wine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Water.
wine.
it's a nice palate cleansing, so you can eat different kind of flavors.
True.
Do they have other things, like things other than wine? I don't know, like hot liquor.
There is
Whiskey.
ciders there as well, like
ciders.
sparkling ciders. Don't
Oh,
seem
nothing.
to carry like a lot of alcohol or anything at all.
I'll say wine. That's fine.
Okay. Does anybody drink
the-
like a lot?
For the first time ever, Sol is drinking water. So,
For the
Yeah,
first
I don't feel
time
safe.
forever.
So since when you became me?
well, ever since I've entered here, you see. So, water for me.
You will definitely not drink too much. It'll just be a little bit of palate cleansing.
Okay.
It's too much to do to get drunk.
I can taste the depth of flavor in this water. The elements
It's
has
mineral
certainly
rich.
added a certain. It's minerals. All of it is adding so much flavor. All the zinc, iron, you know,
Daphne, do you
magnesium.
take like more than like 2 glasses or something like that?
I think Daphne also would not drink a lot because she is eating a lot. Wine is just a palate cleanser, something to, yeah.
Starx, how are you feeling?
Asterix, after that moment, she just like took a bite to try the lamb, but she slowly start to become more silent.
It's a lamb.
So
rib.
you drinking on an empty stomach?
Not really.
Okay.
Like she knows like it would be more like she knows the appetite is gone,
Yeah.
and so she decides like, yeah, it's better if I don't drink.
Okay.
And will actually just kind of stop drinking as well.
All right. Okay. So tipsy at
Yeah, that's-
worst, every one of you. Okay.
Bexxy is just like,
Are you
how much
going
you drinking?
drunk?
All right. And with that, let's go for a short break, shall we?
Yay!
I'm gonna go make some food. I'm hungry as shit.
Yes. So hungry now.
Actually, same. All this food made me hungry.
Talk
hungry.
of food, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I considered
Hello.
so.
We were back.
Speaking
I'll
of
be
it,
right
let's
back.
take a break.
Yep.
I'll be also back, shit. Bye. All right, I'm back. Yeah, the chat is very quiet. I'm pretty sure people are off eating.
Hola. Oh,
Hola, mi amigo, ¿qué tal?
hola. Muy bien.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Muy bien.
Yeah. I got my I got my high class meal here. I have one. I have my food here. Course 1 and course number 2.
Okay. I had a quick caramel sea salt almond bar.
You mean rations?
It might be rations, yeah. My stream rations.
Bex?
Yes.
In about an hour or so, I have to leave.
Okay. Will you send me your updated character sheets?
We leveled up?
No, but Bard got updated.
Oh, Bard did? I didn't know that.
We worked on it together.
I mean, yeah, on one thing.
Yeah, but the whole of Bard got updated. Check the PDF.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
It was also in the update post I did like 2 months ago.
Oh.
And also specifically,
I
I
see.
made a post saying, "Hess, check out the new update to artistry."
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am back.
Also, the new update will take effect for our game. It was important that has changed is some abilities for Hess that I recommend he takes a look at before the next game he can attend.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Did Hess do his homework?
No.
Once within next 10 minutes now? Ooh, I like that. Can use ability 1 plus your presence
I'll be
or
right back. 1
modifier.
second.
Presence manipulation. You regain expect after it's a D8 after 5 levels. Okay, good. My jack of all trades, yeah. You can have your proficiency rounded up. In addition, you can add half your proficiency rounded up to your initiative checks. Ooh, 5 plus half my proficiency rounded up. Still 5. No, 2.
But you have an extra secondary selection on level 2 for armor.
I do?
Yes.
Number 4? Okay. Let me check.
On level 2.
Level 2.
Secondary.
Secondary. Mummer. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 use of inspiration to deal 2d6 psychic? Or words of dominance.
And also there's a little added in addition down there.
Think about the extra damage you deal increases with 1d6 when you're total level 5. What?
And then you have Serene Display has been updated, or you can choose Compelling Display.
Okay, so in display. Okay. Alright, compelling display. Once per turn, you can make your allies for 3 rounds whenever. Or for 3 rounds, okay. Okay, here, you can see
The amount equal to your proficiency bonus multiplied by the level of the spell slot used.
Screen display. The spell heals an extra amount to your equal to your proficiency bonus multiplied by the level of spell slot used. Okay.
That's new.
Until the start, the spell heals for its maximum amount. Oh. So you want either guarantee or actually that's cool.
Okay, now I'm back again.
I'll keep showing display. Let me add sharing display.
Alright, back with food.
Nice.
Nice. All of us, I think, got back. Almost. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, you got lore now? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, there's 2 new subclasses.
Yeah, history.
History and Wit.
Wits. Next game I have to play. Next game I run is gonna be a Frostmark. Next game.
I want to do this update to all classes. It's just time. Time is a thing.
Yeah.
Limited. Eventually.
So Bexxy,
Yes.
can Malakim finally use their Radiant Soul as a bonus action?
When I get there, that's gonna be a change. Because it's not useful otherwise.
Yeah, does it apply in this game also?
You know, these things are staggered. Sure, go ahead and make it a bonus section.
Yeah! Thank you.
I made special abilities for Pepper anyway, so you know, gotta be fair.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm so happy.
Couldn't use too much so far.
Okay. Are we ready to connect to Torment?
I think you maybe should reconnect your mic again. And
Oh,
then we can-
okay, thank you.
It's just slightly cut out for a moment there, so just making sure.
You stopped working altogether. Yay. I think I need to
Yay,
change
there we go.
case. I think that's where the problem lies.
Hmm.
All right, are we ready to continue?
Ready?
All right,
Yep.
all right. Okay.
Yup.
Silence falls a little bit upon the room as Starks moves the food about on her plate, and the rest of you gobble down some very tasty food. You have enjoyed some nice food in Kresk with their, the barrels of holding you rescued from the cursed Phenotop estate. But certainly, this beats that and many-fold rations. And as the main course you have finished it, like 5 minutes of like some silence or quick small talk has passed. Baska returns once more with more plates. These are just dangling plates of fruit and berries and cheese. So she picks up, everything that you haven't finished. She is quite happy with how much you've eaten, but she gives Styrex a look of like, you're such a bore.
I think we ate some stuff from her table, so it doesn't look too bad.
Yes,
It
but
still isn't like empty, but yeah.
Baska's eyes are certainly sharp.
Yep.
And she notices still a little bit. And there's also a new pieces of drink that is also placed on the table. These ones are dessert wines, sweeter wines, or even port that gets placed. She takes all the dirty dishes, puts down all these like heaving plates of different fruits and cheeses and like small knives and stuff like that, and you get these small little plates meant to hold these and like crackers and like a little bit of freshly churned butter and stuff like that. And she gives you all a smile, and this time doesn't say anything. The presentation says everything. And as she heads on out through the door, coming through the door past her is a little gnome woman.
Creepy.
Remember her? Yes.
They give each other both a respectful nod, and Baska goes back into the kitchen, and the little gnome kind of tucks away. She was walking and reading like a tiny leather-bound book, and she rather reluctantly puts it into like a inside pocket of a jacket that she wears over a long flowing tunic. And she kind of closes the door behind her. She walks up to the chair, plops down on top of it, and starts like stacking her plate filled with blue cheeses, and she just starts eating, not saying anything.
Nice to finally like actually meet you, Miss Grelmer. Grelmory. There we go. Grelmory.
You ate that word.
I was thinking like Granberry. That's always what I'm thinking.
You had
Cranberries?
this seemed to be her full title.
Nice to meet you, Lady Grelmory.
She looks
I'm
up.
sorry if I
She nods and she continues eating.
have interrupted some of your work. I've heard you were quite busy today, which is why you didn't want to attend the duel. Certainly understandable.
She takes a breath of air and then kind of burps loudly, where these, cheesy kind of sound, like smells comes out of her mouth, and then she leans over the table past you, Saul, and she kind of like grabs one of the port wine bottles pretty rudely, like almost touching you, and then like uncorks it with her teeth and starts like pouring all the way up to the brim of her like wine glass.
Zol takes no offense of it. He just thinks of it as like a Vistani camp. He's like, this is just,
Just like home.
normal.
So,
She plops back
I
the
just kinda
cork
wanted
with her
to-
fist, like she nails it down with the back of her fist, and then she chugs the whole filled up wine glass in one go.
guess I just wanted to know, what you kind of like, what's your hobbies, how you got here. I've been going around and kind of getting a better knowledge of the court, and you seem quite interesting, certainly. Seems like you've worked on the magic of this castle, if I heard correctly.
There's another bit of a burp this time. She opens up the cork again and fills up the glass halfway this time, slams back the cork, kind of leans back and massages her stomach a little bit. You forget to eat when you're busy with work.
What did you do?
As normal, trying to figure out all of this bullshit for the Empress.
You mean like the mist?
Yes, though I also got bogged down into a new tweaking of the ethereal potion. I wanted to see if you could extend the time or perhaps turn it off and on at will. I think with the use of an extra essence of psychic, perhaps.
Is that kind of what you? It's kind of like your hobby, or kind of your work, or how is it exactly?
I am Lady Gralmori the Nimble. Hi, everybody. Something your acquaintance. I'm the main. I guess there's not many left, especially since Kassan left. Wizard of this place, occult master, whatever. And no, I was one of the people who helped create these enchantments. Mr. Artemis Fedotov was, and I must say respectfully, a genius if you didn't know. But he's gone.
Oh. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. But all of the fellow members of the court, and Stradania especially, just murdered the fuck up each other that night, so, I stayed mostly away.
Alright.
I don't fucking care who gets a crown. Leave that to other people. So, again...
You just want to do your research?
Yeah. I am
Well, I mean-
sorry, Lord Leonard, that I wasn't there doing this.
No, don't worry.
Duel?
I have someone in my party that is not dissimilar. Who is also more interested in learning and research.
Yes, I've heard about you, Mr. X. What is the highest level potency soul you've ever used?
I would say at most level 3, I would say.
3? Alright, better than most. Still a long way to go.
I still didn't gain the expertise as other people, of course.
Do you only dip your toes into evocation like, everybody who has no creative bone in their body, or do you actually use some useful spells?
Mainly I focus, I must admit, it's been evocation, that's true, and there are
Uh-huh.
some still I can manage to do some knock and detect magic as well.
I mean, it's classic to have some divination spells. Like, don't bore me.
And in that sense,
You're a
yeah,
typical
right.
practitioner. Just destroy, no create. I get it. Come and talk with me after 200 years, please.
I don't think I have that kind of time, sadly.
But then you're not talented enough, and we have nothing to talk about.
Anyway, do you want to talk a little bit about yourself? Like, how did you get to the court? Kind of what you
I'm damn
like?
good at what I do. I make it known. Here I am.
Well, you certainly haven't always been a vampire, right?
No.
How did that happen?
Jeez. Really, do I have to?
Nice sharing a bit. You don't have to do anything.
It's ancient history. Like, what's happening right now or in the future is way more interesting.
Okay, then tell me about what you find interesting about right now in the future.
I was actually thinking you were going to argue with me, but okay. The way that essences have shifted in certain essence-prone resources in Barovia is actually fascinating. How this layered magic with a certain kind of consciousness seems like corrupt even the most basic of magical sparks. I had to shift my recipes when I create my potion to whatever has been done, and it's not always the same. I mean, the Autumn Grove is much different than what you find around that grows around that dead dragon place or whatever. Highly individual.
Yeah.
And
Did you kind of
the rising of the kind new of undead around there is also fascinating. Like, there, perhaps if I collect enough lava, if I can dig so deep into the crust where the myth won't stop me, perhaps I will be able to stop their menace forever. But I guess burying them in several tons of stone can do it, because I don't have a means of teleporting where the last spark of their soul has lingered. And I do believe I have discovered that they do flicker into the realm of the ethereal immediately after their death, and that's why they're not graspable by normal soul retrieval methods.
Yeah, it is quite interesting. I think there's a lot of powers going about. It seems like in Barovia, being a comparatively smaller space, and the mist certainly seems to be an enigma to everybody. I assume you're responsible for how teleportation works here, or is that part of the mist?
Oh, that I am. I am the woman that took a while to sort out. I spent the first 75 years or so trying to find a way out, but no. No matter what kind of potency you sacrifice, what if it's a gate spell, if it's a teleport spell, if it's just like a shift over a realm spell, it doesn't matter. I even tried, Misty Step just a few meters into the mist itself, but no. The only way is to connect the teleportation circles within the mist itself. Anything outside does not connect. It's like it doesn't exist. It's almost like we have created another dimension like the ethereal dimension, but like a second like pocket dimension like posterior to it.
Certainly quite interesting.
That Victor kid, whatever, I have wondered. I don't put much stock in your ability to discern these things, Styrex, because you are mediocre at best. But do you see potential there as I do?
For the circles, you mean? Or
Basically self-taught teleportation circle. I mean, he didn't get all the way there, but I mean, I couldn't, so who is he to even think he could?
As Sarax looks at Leo for a moment. Like waiting, like, should I?
He just gives you like an encouraging look.
That circle was actually... He didn't complete it.
Obviously.
I was the one completing it.
She gives you like a second look. Conjuration, huh?
I might be my expertise being on evocation, but I still have to study some of the other schools as well.
I think she's just well studied in general.
Maybe you're
Cloud
not a
magic.
total waste of talent after all. Alright, good to know. He might be as much of then a disappointment as his mother, but it's not like the Sarovians have created anything of kin to a talent. Well, since
Is he
forever.
now like kind of working under you, or
Under me?
yeah, not directly under you, but like I thought I heard like Jordania say something about
I don't manage
kind
people.
of using his.
I don't have time.
I say. Well, that makes sense. So he just does other things that you don't have the time for, I assume. Maybe.
Most of
Right.
my time is, of course, spent of ending all of this. If you disregard the obvious... Well, if you have any brain cells, and you look at this problem for a little while and understand the things that are here with us, you know that the solution is pretty fucking simple. But beyond that, very complicated.
I'd like to agree on that. So
Too
guess
bad
is-
this is
is the-
happening.
is there any you talked about shifting and of magic and stuff. Is that an ongoing process, or is that something new that is more recent?
Pretty evident immediately, just days after, but grows stronger for every 50 or so years that passes. I think there is a noticeable jump in potentiality. I think with the gathering of soul energies in the atmosphere itself, perhaps that's fueling parts of what's happening.
Can see that. I think we kind of figured out that the souls are just getting captured by the mist. Gonna move on.
Yeah, did. Good job.
Probably you know, it probably was originally, you know, used to keep Emeric's soul, but it wasn't quick enough, I suppose. What do you think about the whole reincarnation thing from your perspective? Since I apparently have his soul.
It's not a natural occurring phenomenon, Mr. Lin. You need to ask yourself who is powerful enough and cares about you to do this for you.
Or you cut out a bit. I didn't quite hear.
Oh, god damn it, microphones.
Yeah, I don't know.
She said it's not a natural occurring phenomenon, Mr. Lin, so you need to figure out who has the power to do so and cares about you and what's happening here.
So you think I've been... So do you think I've been created with getting the soul, or implanted the soul? What do you think is more likely or more achievable?
God. Boreas. Do I need to dumb it down to such you don't even... Mr. Leonard, naturally, a person is born with a sliver of a nondescript spark of soul energy. Right? Right.
Yes.
It might still have some lingering personalities that the elves are able to tap into because of the specific genome and template. Right?
Yes.
Yours is intact. So say it with me. It has to been
Has to be
implanted.
implanted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I was more thinking if it would be possible to kind of draw out. I guess you kind of do it in either way. Yes, so I suppose someone has done a lot of work to collect parts of Emeric's soul together and put it inside a body. Right. But no one can leave the mist, so I guess maybe some stronger forces can have influence outside of it or something.
You're putting a value to the action of consciousness. It can be a program created by something semi-conscious, conscious indeed, and they're just running it chemically. This is the progression of what's supposed to happen, and your soul is flagged for some reason. Or there is a conscience behind it. I don't know.
Could you figure anything out? You think? If, I don't know, like a blood sample or something?
Of you?
I don't know, yeah.
No, I don't care about your soul. You're like everybody else. Well, go talk to T about emotions or something. If that makes you feel better about stuff.
Right. Alright, I see. You don't care, that's alright. Thought it'd be interesting if it is so unnatural.
Unnatural, yes, but within the realm of possibility, definitely.
All right.
You're not that unique, not even though you would consider yourself such.
I don't think that is what that was about, but all right. Keep throwing shade if you like. So,
Shade?
I
Throwing
assume.
shade? I'm not creating any shade. She looks around her.
I guess you've never heard that.
How does one throw
That is
shade
funny.
anyway? I'm not even talking like that.
I guess you're not getting it then. But that's okay. I don't want to keep you too long from your work.
Good, neither do I. And she
If
finishes
I
the
may-
glass, eats a bit more blue cheese, takes a few things with her in her embrace, and she looks over to you like, I'm so tired of you.
Towards who?
Sarx.
Just one last question, if I may.
What the hell?
Is-
I'm already
Ah.
here.
How is it possible to insert the soul of I think, ancient dragon into a kid and not becoming unstable?
Slice souls with each other that are not similar is what you're talking about? Different soul plates? Well, a lot of lesser practitioners of the occult like to play around with soul slicing. It's pretty dull. The only creation, a result of it, is something unstable. You might try to stabilize the effect of choosing two souls that are quite similar in nature, but at some point it's not going to work. You're speaking, of course, about the creation of chimeras. It's all very much just news. And I don't want to talk about it too much. It's just blasé. I guess you could, if you don't have anything that is similar, take a soul that is already used to hosting different soul aspects and soul templates within it, that is pretty alien, but somehow through the powers of the gods and cause any of us smaller things trying to understand their power and reach power that have already stabilized through them. Perhaps you introduce a third kind of template, and perhaps they will be able to take it more. I guess that's what we considered before splitting apart, but I scrapped that inquiry because it's not going to last. No matter how much you try to take care of it, the creature becomes unruly, angry, unhappy, or just implodes.
So pretty much what my research also ended up becoming. Thank you.
You
for
have
your input.
researched chimeras.
I'm that chimera with a dragon.
She blinks a few times, puts back all the food on the table, quickly whisper a few things. Her eyes lit up bluish black, and you realize that her eyes are tattoos. That is just painted black with ink. And all of it lit up as she quickly, very much underneath her breath, something in Coptic. And she stares at you through these shining bluish black eyes. Oh, well, look at that. Yes. A dragon hiding amongst all of that fiendish humanoid normal tiefling. You are a chimera.
And just realize I was a couple days ago, I would say mostly.
Well, I guess somebody really took care of creating something stable enough, but you are ultimately a failed experiment. So recognize that, learn about that. Whatever happens, perhaps don't do it where you cause damage to my work. I would like that.
I will try my best to not hurt your work.
There's no way to change it back.
Interesting question. Reversing a chimera state. That might be perhaps the most intelligent question you will ever ask your whole life, Lord Nenod.
Okay.
You require the true resurrection spell for certainly because you need to extract the soul, so it needs to be dead, and then you need to have some way of splicing the soul, perhaps even sacrificing potency within it, and that specific potency has to be the dragon soul and only the dragon soul. And then through resurrection with the rest of the soul material back into the body. Perhaps
That's
requires years of research of creating such means, but not impossible, I think. You might splice the soul
a lot of spells.
too much and you wake up with like toddler's mind or without all of your magical ability. You might even be like even worse, like an invalid. Or you're just reduced in power and there's still a dragon in your soul and you will still implode in some way or the other. Or the only thing that is left in your body will be the dragon aspect. It will start taking over and you will become not you. If that is the dominant force. A dragon in a tiefling body, that would be an interesting thing to see.
Sense.
Good luck on finding somebody who's willing to do this for you. I hope you have mountains of platinum. Lord Leonard, have I properly greeted you? Are you happy? Are you satisfied with whatever happened here?
I am satisfied.
Good. I'm going to go now. You all exhaust me. Goodbye. She takes the
Let's hang
port
out
one.
more.
Remove your shade.
She
Let's
looks
hang
down
out
upon her
more.
shade. I'm a gnome. I don't cast much shade. And
You'll understand it eventually.
she takes the wine and the cheese and she leaves.
She's a fun
Yeah.
kid. I like her.
I actually like her the least.
I think it's fun. Even though I must admit she just did a lot to me, but I think she's the best of them all, at least.
I mean, she didn't, pluck your hair out and say your heart is delicious. That's for sure.
She didn't try to bite me either. And I must admit, she was straight with her answers, just to the point.
Yeah, well, but she didn't really want to talk at all.
I actually kinda see why. She's still working on finding a solution of the nest without having to go with that solution that is obvious. I would be quite rude if you disturb any of my research.
I just guess. I mean, she's doing it for like 200 years. Surely, like, having a conversation can't be that problematic.
Not when something as difficult as this. You will like, even though you can live for a long time, you will like to use every second you have.
Yeah, I'm not
Also,
sure that's the right
also you
approach
can
on
see
this.
Starax eating a little bit more than usual, even though she doesn't have appetite.
Well, doesn't really matter. I don't think we're gonna see her much around. She can avoid it.
Actively look for her.
So. Yeah, I mean, feel free to look for her.
She's the type of
already
person I
got
would like to
what I
hang out with. So, if we come back, I'll most definitely sort her out. So, are we gonna have desserts?
I mean,
Isn't that part of part of the meal?
she did say don't go anywhere on last one, I think. So I think it's one more, maybe.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I think desserts is the safest out of all. So,
Well, she already
I'm
made clear
excited.
that all of them are safe, so.
yeah, that's for sure. Well, so after this, we're gonna head to the basement and check who's down there.
I still have to have a meeting with Testa. I mean, maybe we can
Split
split up if it goes faster. Yeah, I don't want to keep you.
Yeah, I
Or
think
maybe you want to be
split
there
up.
when my soul gets drawn. I don't know.
I mean, I think Daphne would do that. No, in case something happened.
There is a polite knock on the door.
Yes. Come in. Oh,
Lord Leonard and guests, I just saw Lady Cromori leave in a bit of a huff. I hope she was on her best behavior.
I think she tried. So that's all that matters, right?
That is good. That is not often how things go down. Happy to hear it. We are ready to take you wherever you please. And more members of the court, if you want to return and talk to them further, are still waiting up. Otherwise, we will send you off to wherever you want to go.
Yeah, I think if that's okay, my friends might want to check out the castle a bit. Since they kind of have to be like drag along while I'll talk with everybody, which is kind of I don't like that necessarily. But I would personally certainly want to talk with Vista. I mean, she already kind of had an made an appointment with me, so I think it's just fair to cash that in.
Of course. That can be arranged. Lucresh hasn't returned from the upper levels with the other two consorts. I think still busy. The second level and the two cellar levels are of course open for viewing. There might be certain areas that are occupied. I will follow.
See? You don't want to do anything wrong, we just like to figure out how things are what things are going on here, I think.
Wrong is not the right word, Mr. Leonard. It's about comfort during your stay here in the castle. Which is my utmost aim and goal. As for Lady Tista, I think she retreated to the balcony house, the southern one, on the balcony overlook.
By the way, do you know where Marc is off to?
I don't know where he has gone. I just know that he is currently not in the castle.
Meaning he's like outside or going somewhere or
Not on the castle grounds, no. I helped him teleport upon his request to Vallaki some time ago. Hasn't returned.
Vallaki? Okay.
Yes.
I see. That's thank you. I mean, we kind of were interested in going to Vallaki as well. Maybe we can see him there.
Perhaps.
Well, yes, so friends, do you kind of want to like be a third wheel with me and Tista, or are you gonna like explore the castle a bit?
In my case, I'll go with you and just let these two deal with whatever they want. And
Okay.
Stars will actually take her notebook, notepad, and just like also get the scroll of holding out, and then just tear paper from the notepad and just give it to Sol. Here, or if you really want to write any music while you wait.
Oh, thank you. I'll accept it.
Smooth. Okay. We're actually going to go with the two adventure seekers first.
Yeah, I do have to go, so I don't think...
Oh yeah, okay, then we're gonna do it the other way around. We're not gonna go with the two adventure seekers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I do have to
Yes.
go now, though.
Oh, sad.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I got
Well, sorry, what was it you giving me, Styrex?
The scroll of holding.
Yeah, just in
want
case you want to get the skull, but you know. Just because we can't do it, but you obviously don't have to do it. It's just an option.
If I could do it, I'll try to take an opportunity when I'm back.
You don't.
All right.
don't overdo it.
I'm gonna overdo it. All right.
Okay. Good.
All right. So I'll see you all later.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no
Okay,
worries.
bye bye.
Okay.
Indeed.
Very okay.
Yes. Okay. So, as Helga and Soul and Daphne goes off in their own direction, you're kind of a little bit left alone. Free to head out on your own little adventure.
Cavern balcony.
Do you actually know where the balcony is?
Well, it is in the south, so let's open this door here. Nope.
You find a basket doing dishes in there. She looks over to you, and she says,
Hey.
"Anything wrong?"
No, we're just looking for a way to sovereign balconies, so.
Ah, our home.
Yep.
Being a little bit nosy.
Just I wanted to. She got inspired by the duel, so she wanted to draw a little bit.
Artista gets that way, I guess, from one artist to the other. I understand. When you get a vision, it's all tunnel vision. The balcony overlook is out and around the castle, beyond the ballroom, and out on the balcony itself,
See. Right, thank you.
Sure.
Well, now we know where she is.
Kind of. I mean, I think it was kind of like a ballroom, right? And then south, or?
Yes.
All
Past
right.
Ballroom.
You remember when you headed out to the garden whilst you were here doing the ball? You had to go through the grand hallway into the foyer and out the main doors to walk around the castle and out. There weren't actually a door that was shown to you through the ballroom itself.
Okay.
So it's out the main door.
So,
And of course, you walk through the main foyer here. It's this valved roof filled of, pillar and decorations. There are ravens, stone ravens in each kind of like valved diagonal walls, as well as gargoyles all looking down upon you from different rayonets and balusters.
Raven.
Yes, indeed.
Interesting.
The two big doors are heavy to push open heading out, but they do open. And there's just a tiny bit of creak. They probably have been oiled some time past. Two dragon heads look down upon you as you exit the two main doors.
Now that I remember, we kind of didn't ask you, but how do you feel about having the soul of Emmerich on the whole thing?
I mean, it's not as bad as having a dragon as part of my soul, I guess. Apparently.
I mean, you're not going to implode,
Yup. That's good.
but you have the chance of becoming a vampire. Have you ever considered it?
But now it would be bad for the deal with Protectorate. And I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. It's hard to know who you are if you already existed, So it's kind of where I'm at. And apparently I've been fated or something. Lady Grammary is a bit cryptic on some places, but it feels like there was intention behind me just being this. And that just kind of means there's a reason, I guess, why I exist and why I'm here, and that just makes everything a bit more shittier, you know? Because I don't know. I guess it's not great just that you're just here to be for a reason, you know? You'd rather just have your own choice, your own life. That's why I don't like the whole tarot card reading stuff. It's like our future is getting determined. Kind of takes the reality out of it all. And just feels like it's all meant to be already.
I mean, you gotta admit, there's a reason why we all got here.
Well, I'd like to think normally it would be just due to who we are that make us get to where we want to. But for me, it seems like there was a plan in place when I was made. Probably not from anyone that I'll ever see or know, but it just feels different from just being there because of, you know, your personality. I mean, you got here because you wanted to find somebody
That's
part of
true,
your life and someone you
and-
care about.
And ended up I'm linked to this place more than we thought.
That's fair.
And the same goes as you.
Yeah, I just feel like you could have been not here, right? It wasn't meant, it wasn't like forced. It's just,
And in your case, it wasn't as well. You're even from a noble family. They wouldn't send you pretty much.
probably not. But considering that my making was, you know, my soul was implanted, I feel like that can only, you know, that only makes sense if I end up here in the end, so I probably would have been forced to end up here in one way or another, no matter if I wanted or not. Not that I didn't want to at first.
So tell me, what is the real reason you accepted to come here? Not, don't tell me because it was implanted.
I guess I just kind of wanted to get away. I guess I kind of wanted to prove myself. That's kind of the main reason. And it was just convenient when I heard about it. So felt like the thing to do. But yeah, well, not really sure I'm proving anything here. But I guess I
Well,
did get away.
well, you're proving that you can do politics.
Ugh. I wish I wouldn't prove that.
And what? Would you prefer to be like me and just be close in an academy and do research? And
Nah, what's more,
try to figure out a way to not explode?
no. I guess maybe it's unfair. I guess, you know, I just always came about with the expectation of wanting to be a hero of some sort. It's kind of what I strive for, being a general. I mean, politics always going to play a role. Don't get me wrong. I just think.
As Starbucks actually stops. Not all heroes are in the battlefield.
Sure, but the one I want to be maybe is. So. I don't know. I kind of moved past that in recent times, I think. Kind of reevaluating things. But originally, I kind of seen this as an option to, you know, become great and capable, and I don't know. That's why I came here, and I needed some space, I suppose, also. Alright, I think maybe this direction here, right? I mean,
Was it really here?
I don't know what this.
Beyond this gate with wrought iron kind of blocking some entrance to this place. The high stone curtain wall kind of crawling up and creating this walkway 3 stories above your heads, and then just this gate exists in the space underneath. Past it there's 2 rectangular buildings that end in small turrets at the end, and beyond them there is just a wrought iron fence that kind of goes up to your waist, and past it is just sheer cliffs and just gray skies. And Leo, there's a bit of a shiver that goes up your spine, and you look back on the grand mosaic of a window behind you. Remember shattering glass, mad dash, and then past and beyond a balcony into a free fall and into sunlight.
Ooh. Let's see.
What's going on?
I just made a connection. I think I fell out of the mosaic window here. And I was not me. And
Oh,
running for the sun. It's quite an odd feeling to die, I have to say.
it must be very rough, I admit, to just witness yourself dying again.
Yeah. You can see if we can get in here.
This one starts when you walk up to this iron fence. It rattles on its hinges, but it doesn't move for you.
I'm going to move the ring to it. And just see if it interacts with the ring, kind of trying to
Yeah, it
concentrate on it opening.
said for you at this point, starting to become pretty easy for you to do. Just connecting with the ring, this obstacle in front of you, it bends to your will, and it opens, creaking on its hinges for you. You don't even have to touch it.
Really nice ring, I have to say.
I must admit that is true.
The 2 buildings out here on the balcony are exactly the same, except for beside the southern building, there's a little, hay created. What is it called? A dummy?
Yep.
Practicing dummy. And there is some very scratched up and buckled like iron armor put on it, and it's seen better days. This dummy has been hit a lot and is like basically holding on, is like on its last thread of just buckling over and falling apart.
I see someone has worked out a bit, their combat. That is nice to see.
Either that or they didn't replace it in a long time.
Probably, I mean, Gary probably, right?
I mean, how many years did Storena left again?
I mean, this mist has been around for 400 years. And for 200 years, they started talking to the Protector. Ah, by the way, I guess I haven't told you, but the Protectorate did knew for 200 years that this place existed.
Wait, are you telling me they keep sending people here?
Oh, I guess we were the first people they have actually sent here. The others went on their own volition. But yeah, I mean, maybe because it was kind of like more official because the veteran stuff was found. So they couldn't hide it, so they needed to send like an extra envoy. But didn't, tell us any of that.
No, they didn't tell us anything about this.
Well, do we kind of want to go in the front for a moment and look down? We can go to Tista in a moment.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's okay.
It's a swindling view, just open air. You're not only on this pillar stone of Castle Raymaloft, overlooking the valley, you're on an offshoot of pillar stone, and underneath this offshoot made out of cliff face and stone, there's just a free fall of, hard to tell, 200, 300 perhaps meters until you would hit the forest floor below. And the mists are heavy, they're swirling, but sometimes as they move and the rain parts a little bit for you, you can see just glimpses of the swollen woods underneath. And in the distance, just hinting between all of this haze, there's some lights and there's a little village.
Wow. It was the mist.
It is quite a view, I must admit.
Yeah. Quite a few to fall to your death from. I kind of like...
Just don't do it.
No, the thing is, I've already experienced it. I don't need to do it again,
Oh yeah, true.
I kind of like... I don't know if the mist is a bit more touchable here, but he's kind of reach out for the air a bit. Anyway, I guess I just wanted to confirm.
You can see a little bit a picture of what you see through the mist.
Ooh. I guess I just wanted to confirm my thoughts. Probably good, perfect moment to get my soul painted. So
It is quite a thing to have it.
I'm going to politely knock on the door.
The window above you on the second floor, there are two windows kind of overlooking this courtyard in between these two houses. There is the voice of Tista coming through it that says, "Come in." Oh, she's actually supposed to be on the second floor. Yep.
I'll come in.
You
Look around.
step into a rather homey first floor. There's definitely been lived in. There's several glasses on the table and decanters. There are jewelry boxes and a music box, a decanter, a red viscous liquid that is like just 30% left in the whole decanter itself. A divan on the other side of the sofa, which has several pillows and like a blanket that's definitely been ruffled and used. A cold and for now empty fireplace is framed by the sitting arrangement, and there's more like boxes and glasses on the table, as well as a bouquet of stone flowers sitting in a vase, undying, unmoving, unchanging. There's
Is that
also various portrait paintings and landscape paintings littering all of the panel walls.
there like any place that seems like reserved for someone, or is it just like, I guess there was a place where she was eating, but is there like a place where there's just like an empty kind of seat maybe? Or is there nothing like placed upon or something?
Oh, but you can sit down?
Yeah, I guess I'll sit down where it doesn't seem like she has been eating or sitting.
Oh, I see. As you move around the space a little bit, coming from the staircase, there's a conscious voice that drifts down of inviting you up.
Alright.
I guess we go now.
Alright, let me copy you too.
Guess we'll go to the bedroom.
As you headed up.
Don't come get any bad ideas here, Styrex.
I mean, you were the first one to think about it.
There. Can you blame me?
You can't see anything because I'm just waiting for the map to load.
No worries.
It's almost 20 megabit big, so it does well.
These stairs are quite tall, huh?
Yep.
There's several, portraits on the first floor.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah,
distracted by portraits.
you can see self-portraits of Tista herself in like different styles, like more abstract, some more realistic. There's several paintings of Alphonse in there as well, lounging around with his lion mane, showing off his chest, of course. There's like a group sitting portrait of like all of the civilian court together. There's various landscape pictures of Barovia, sometimes veiled in mists, sometimes in sunlight, sometimes underneath a starry sky. And there's also portraits of vampire lords and ladies that seem somewhat familiar to you, Leo, but still it's the first time you see them inside of the environment of Castle Ravenloft, but you haven't met them or seen them around. There you go.
There we are.
This space is even more lived in. The main table is filled with cards. It seems to have been interrupted in the middle of a game. There is also like candle holders and more like glasses where like a red liquid has coagulated. There's 3 points of either beds or some sleeping arrangement behind these pretty fragile and decorated wooden room partitioners. In the far northern northwestern corner, there's a hammock that hangs in between 2 of the walls with pillows, blankets within it, and underneath a chest is stuffed. It seems very crude in comparison to the other points of sleeping. A pretty luscious orange bed beside Tista's painting corner, and you can see that because of course there's a big, you know, holster for her paintings. There's several empty canvases that are in different dimensions stacked up against the walls, and there's paint splatter in this corner everywhere. And lastly, in the northeastern corner, there's just a pink divan on a sea of pillows and several like sheer pink fabrics that kind of create this crown underneath it and veils a little bit of the space within. And Tisa stands up upon your arrival, kind of cleans her hands that are covered in soot and coal. As you can see, the beginning of a scene of her canvas in front of her. She throws the towel over her shoulder. I'm sorry, this place is a little bit messy and small. It's not like the studio I once owned.
What happened to that? Was it not in Barovia?
No, of course not. Well, I
Now you
had to leave my original studio behind when we migrated over here, but I started creating one in one of the port towns along the coast, close to Savoie, if you know it. It was a beautiful port. It was small and tiny and picturesque. I planned on doing a lot of ocean studies there, the movement of water itself. But then I came here upon the news and on the task of creating a celebratory wedding painting, and well, I think the rest you know.
I do. So you're living here with 2 other people? Did I see this correctly?
Alphonse is a way better bed partner than Erin is. But yes, there's not that many guest apartments in the castle itself, and well, the consorts and all the various servants take up most of it. What's left of the court is delegated to these 2 outhouses.
See?
It's not ideal.
Wow. The only other room I would know is my previous quarters. But I
Yes.
guess makes sense that Sudanya didn't want to give that to anyone.
kept vacant for more important people than I.
Hardly believe that.
Perhaps
Anyway,
a pair of spectacles might be needed. Lord Leonard?
well, I am very intrigued by what you're planning to do. So,
I wanted
very happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course. I wanted to capture you in movement, particularly in that fraction of a second where you lounged so bravely and so confidently and pierced through idea Rahadin's side. So please, if you place yourself there at the window so I get a little bit of light, bring out the rapier, that cane rapier you're carrying.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure, that's what I'm doing.
place yourself in that lounge that you did.
Can I close my eyes for a second to get the feel of the moment? You know, I kind of needed to replay the fight anyway. This is perfect. And I kind of replay the fight and go back to that first moment, and I kind of see an opening again in Rahada's as she's kind of daring me to fight overconfidently, maybe, and doesn't notice that I've kind of set up a ruse attack for her and kind of shift my sword upwards to hit her right in that spot. Deep cut into the abdomen.
Very good. I think you might be a natural. You can hear Tisa's voice kind of as she wanders closer to you and takes a position very close to your back. And she leans in to whisper in your ear, and she moves her hands kind of like in a back embrace, slightly moving your hands and your wrists as she does. Like almost like a puppeteer moving you in place. You just gotta relax that wrist so it's easier to see the grace of your movement. Yes, that.
Kind of like relax into her.
Now, most important, what was going through your head through all of that? The adrenaline,
Yes,
the dopamine, the sweat, the fear, the excitement. What did you feel?
it's in moments like these I've started to just feel confident. I think the moment before, like even a fraction of a second before I started moving, I was worried. But then there's just this natural confidence that comes from doing something you're used to. I kind of could feel the electricity, while my body was kind of setting everything else on hold and just focusing on the moment and the movement, analyzing her pattern. And I just kind of crashed through. Kind of what happened.
An old glove, an old friend. surrendering yourself to instinct.
Yes.
And then, after the moment, what did you feel? And she starts like putting her mouth very close to your neck.
I think I was overwhelmed and suddenly more focused. I kind of like noticing her breath, kind of also like lean a bit towards her. And it just was exhilarating. Kind of, I guess, a feeling of Rahad is changing gears made it even more exhilarating and more focused. It felt more powerful.
To triumph, the promise of more danger. And at that point, you feel a point of pain, you know?
Mm-hmm.
2 incisions into your neck. And it's painful
kind
at
of.
first.
I know it.
Mm-hmm.
Not my first time. So I'm not going to at all, like, I kind of was ready, so I'm not flinching or anything.
And it's a little bit disturbing after that pain disappears, how intimate and how good it starts to feel. And you realize it didn't really have anything to do with Stradania, even though that was more electrifying because of other reasons. There's certainly something more. Something mind-altering going on within the bite itself. Let's take some damage, shall we?
Yay. Oh boy. Ah. oh, Leo.
You can see Styrak's face foaming and thinking to herself, why?
And he didn't even have to be
Knew.
charmed for this to happen.
No.
Yeah, Styrak in her head, it's like, he knew this was going to happen. I told him, you knew.
He certainly leaned into it.
Alright. It was not the biggest of nibbles. She certainly doesn't seem too hungry. That's 6 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so 11.
11 in total, yes.
Yep. Take that.
Yes, and she licks the wound, and there's a sound of pleasure coming from her lips. And you feel, even though her form is cold to the touch, you feel colder as she leaves you, and she whispers to you to remain where you are and in the moment. And she brings over the canvas closer. She turns around so it's before her, but slightly to the side. She gets a full view of you, and then she gets her eyes kind of glazes over, and she just furiously starts scaring.
Yeah, I think there's a moment where he wants to say something, but he's holding back until she's finished.
And Cyrus, before your eyes, since you're kind of like viewing this from the side, a little bit with a macabre sense of curiosity of considering what happened to you, or like thinking back to your moment and seeing how it's happening again, but with Leo instead. And you can definitely see that it's almost like Ista gets possessed by something, and for your eyes, line after line after line just paints a picture of Leo that is more than just a rendition of what happened in the moment, but also conveys so clearly the kind of battle trance he found himself within, and how he emerged from that at this point of triumph into this elated state of thrill seeking of this danger. And Rahadin is just like a black kind of silhouette. Whatever Rahadin was going through in the moment doesn't seem important to Tista. It's only capturing this split second of a reaction on Leo's face.
You can just see Starbucks like kind of curiosity just peeking to see the drawing, like,
10 minutes passes, Leo. It gets a little bit tiring to hold this position. And this point, Tista gives you these pointers of like a little bit higher. Oh, it was higher. Yeah.
Can we like? Can I stretch for a moment and go back into pose, maybe?
She allows that 5-minute rest, 10 minutes more into pose.
Okay.
It happens once more. Yeah, 10 more minutes, so 30 in total. And when you're kind of like shaking at the pain of holding this position, there is this sigh coming from Tista, and the intensity in the air goes out with it. You can feel it, and she just leans onto the painting with her forehead first, and she just closes her eyes and she rests.
I also let go of the pose. And maybe like sit down here at the head and like turn the stool towards her chair and sit down.
She breathes irregularly. Sometimes her body is still for like 2 minutes, like it shouldn't be, before there's a little bit intake of breath. And then her eyes flutter open again. She leans back onto the chest she's been using as her chair for this. Looks to the painting, looks over to you, looks to the painting, looks over to you, and then she nods silently to herself, and then moves it off of the holster, turns it around so you can see, and she leans it against the wall.
Wow.
That's enough. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a beautiful painting.
As it should be. You were quite beautiful in that moment, Leonard. And I only capture an enhanced reality.
Very kind.
I also feel empathy for you. Weight on your shoulders. The game that you're playing. When feelings aren't genuine, even by someone so stubborn as her, eventually truth stares clear into everybody's eyes, even hers.
Well, I think you're misunderstanding some things. Might be complicated, but I do care about her. It's real. Even though it's weird.
But
Might not
it's-
be what she wants, but still there.
But is that feeling of caring is enough to give her what she craves? Genuinely.
Only one way to find out, I suppose. Can't really change what I feel. Change who I am.
I do hope for your sake then that veil is thick.
Well, maybe it will give you another beautiful moment. Well,
That would be magical. The rawness, the despair from her. Yes. I would like to be there to witness it. Yet I fear what will become of us when there's so little hope being left for our warden.
I don't know. I can say that even though you're different from most people I know, I still enjoyed my time with you. I think you would deserve something. Some beauty, and not nothing. Not this. So, maybe you'll have a chance at it.
Maybe.
You wonder, do you bite everyone that you draw?
It's hard to bite a landscape view. And it's hard to fill your stomach with several people. Especially if their blood is not theirs. I found my paintings of the living hearts to be so much more alive. As forever beings. It certainly helps. Sometimes the truth of a moment truth of emotions. Elusive, hard to capture.
Yeah, light certainly is something. Well, it always feels intimate.
It has.
Maybe that's just my experience.
It has to be. I have to understand what I'm thinking. To convey its truth.
No. I mean, I like it. It's fun. You should just be careful.
Star's reaction to that.
You just got the biggest side eye.
You should just be careful with biting me, you know? Not sure I can hide these bite marks.
I had a window of opportunity. She's quite distracted. It might have been my only chance. I can't demand of you not to mention this. But I would certainly appreciate it.
Try my best. Honestly, it was worth the painting. She doesn't need to know that.
I hope so. When it's finished, if she knows, it might fall into her possession. Doesn't, I
Wow.
will gift it to you first. No empty space left for me to utilize without somebody complaining.
I see. I think we're also here for picking up Starbuck's painting, if it is finished.
Yes, of course. She rifles among some canvases and then she brings out this. I mean, it's pretty big. It's like 1.5 times 75 centimeters, so, you know, a rectangle of you sitting on the divan in that shady oaken corner of the lounge. There's the light of the fire behind you, and in the painting is almost like for a moment firelight flickers as if it would in reality, but you blink and it remains still. And in your hands is that flaming piece of meat. Again, the flames seem so alive that they almost seem warm to you, as if you would touch them, they would actually burn you. And in your eyes, mirroring some of that fire, there's an equal part fear and an equal part abyssal anger.
Well, seems like a portrait I shouldn't touch. Might be a bit too hot for me. Sarix.
Yes. Thank you. This. Let's say that this actually shows everything. Everything I know. and everything that will happen probably.
That's quite a beautiful painting, Starix.
And looking into those eyes, Darks, as you take a moment to just overlook the painting, anger is not a common feeling for you. The fear feels like home, feels familiar. But you realize that reflected in those eyes is another entity entirely. Something that lives within you and is reflected out of those eyes, and in your ear, just like an echo, you can hear that voice growling to burn everything down.
I think Leo can notice that Starax actually got a little more tense.
I think I'll just give you a hug. Not really breaking your vision. And just say to you, it's fine. Doesn't really matter.
Like Starax is just like a moment of silence, still looking at the eyes, at the painting.
I'll let go after a moment.
I still feel a bit tense, but kind of relaxed. She will just. Thank you for the portrait. You showed me a side that I didn't even realize existed. And you noticed before even I knew.
She nods slowly. Sometimes truth can be painful, but I think in time you would truly come to appreciate this painting.
Even now that I don't know what will happen to me, I appreciate it already.
And I'm very glad. As for your original question, Lord Leonard, the pause, the essence that made Lord Emmerich is within you, without fault, without blemish. But your experiences are wholly and only yours.
What I thought. Thank you. Wanted to hear that. Needed to hear that, maybe. And you know, if you ever have any other painting with me that you want to draw, feel free to ask.
There will have to be another unique moment you cannot experience in the thousands of years for me to risk what I risked today. But I do appreciate it. Not everyone accepts my methods so readily.
Then you know.
Those light, like sky blue eyes crinkle as Tisa erupts into a true, serene smile.
Have a nice day. Or night, or whatever. A nice one.
Styrax bows and then goes.
Whatever happens, I will count myself lucky to have witnessed it. Good luck.
Thanks. I'll need it.
Alright. And as you artfully step down the stairs, a little bit woozy considering, you know, the duel and then the sudden loss of blood. Thinking about, I wonder what Daphne and Soul is up to currently. We're going to end tonight's episode of Curse of the Torment.
Yay!
Yeah.